8-headed hydras go down in no time flat. Still attacking once per here. Can now drain nearby creatures when transferring your ancestor. Which, right, I forgot. Looks like we can use transference. So that gives us a bit of an out here. Maybe Hep is overpowered on Formicids. Gives you 1 free blink scroll every encounter. Maybe, just maybe. I'm guessing this is like an Oklo den here. That yellow cloak helps me look like a transient too. It's in poor taste, sorry for picking on hobos. Hey, it's not always a bad thing to be a transient folk. I do not take offense. Bit of a vagabond life for me. Sounds romantic in many a way, even. Don't mind if I do. Okie dokie. Tons of new friends. Oh gosh, so many new friends. More than I expected, if I'm being honest. Don't like being frozen. These buddies hurt a little more than I would like as well. What do you even do? You drain life. So technically, if I turn into a tree, life would be fine, right? What the heck is going on in that room? Wait, this isn't how every room in your house looks like? Just a complete menagerie of animals of all shapes and sizes, all hanging out in one place together? This is the room that told Mother Nature to go F herself and just watch me. Yeah. We turn into a tree. Oh, once my ancestor dies, we're actually kind of in trouble. Actually, can I transference with my ancestor while being a tree? Wait. What? Focuses a targeted creature to pass through the realms of memory and exchange place with your ancestor. Oh, right, so I want to target myself. Can't transfer that. Oh, maybe we can't transference, folks. Got too excited, but I did not actually check to see if it was a possibility. Holy moly. It's okay, no free blink on Hep. We're back to believing that we're just in a regular place. Can still blink enemies out, so that's useful in its own right, especially depending on who you're fighting. But good to know, good to know. Really, that's like the best example of how little I know about Hep runs. The fact that I don't know how one of the basic abilities works. Also immediately see that this room is pretty much just as bad, crazy as the last. Holy moly. Yep. You know what? I've always wanted to be a tree in this lovely little corner of the dungeon. And this is going to be our life now. Oh gosh. Okay, didn't even make it through all the enemies before our lignification wore off. Holy moly. It's a bit of an indication. I guess we did get hit by a mark trap, so it's fair enough. At least I think that was where all those buddies came from. So a bit more reasonable than earlier. It's gonna be a good run, I sure hope so. It's definitely looking that way now. Anthony is absolutely slaying it in almost every department. Shields is ramping up with true vigor here, which means we can hopefully swap over to that tower shield. That towel shield, of course, my favorite of bulwarks. That tower shield as soon as we possibly can. That is the dream here at the very least. Four-headed Hydra is a little bit scary for sure. Last Hydra we were only able to take because we had don't touch that alarm trap. Please and thank you. Perfect. But because we were lignified at the time, without that additional AC, I'm pretty sure a Hydra just goes through us like a hot knife through butter. So ideally, we never have to figure out quite how accurate that analogy is. And instead we can just focus on keeping ourselves alive, at least to the best of our ability. And let's do a bit of a check-in with our ID scrolls. We want to auto-inscribe you, or rather manually inscribe you, quite the opposite of auto. And let's just start blitzing through all these. Can take a break from our ID minigame to take care of that lovely Komodo friend. And not too shabby. Oh, elephants once again. Apparently this is just the flavor of the day here. Nothing but elephants as far as the eye can see. Some scales of troll leather wouldn't suck. Something to improve armor slightly without being too heavy. I'm very partial to the troll. Yeah. Dragon scales, like the lighter dragon scales, are usually my kind of end game goal on a ranger character. I try to end up in like fire or ice dragon scales. Usually is pretty solid. But of course, we'll see how that goes. Okay. You just mulched through, my friend, like it was absolutely nothing, you son of a gun. But we'll take you on a little bit of a merry jaunt, and in fact, there we go. Friend is back in business, baby. Wonder how bad you think acid scales would be? Can't say you know. So let's see, leather armor is 4. I think we looked at acid scales just earlier today. I think they were 5. So pretty much equivalent to leather. The tiniest bit heavier. So really not too bad. I think our Steam Dragon scales even better. Actually, do I have any scales? Oh, would you look at that? Let's view it. Yeah, incumbents rating of 5 and armor rating of 6. So how much better is that? It's twice as good. I mean, when you put it like that. Let's take me back. Also, was this the character we left Sigmund on? I'm like mixing and matching all of our characters now. Let's see, if I throw this on, doesn't seem to slow us down. It's a bit of a shocking color for sure. We're not going to be sneaking up on anyone anytime soon in the dungeon, but it does match our cloak. So, yes, it retroactively makes our puce cloak. Is puce a yellow? It sounds like a yellow hue. Oh no, don't use puce as a descriptor word quite often enough. Six-headed Hydra, we're not totally against fighting, but it's gonna have to be in a better scenario than this, specifically one where we have a bit of a cushion, a bit of a distance between us and our reptilian friend. But we'll see how it goes. Okay, I was gonna say paralysis might be the end of us, and then first I realized we have our ancestor, and so we have some recourse even if we get paralyzed. Then I realized that it was even stupider than that because I'm a formicid. Ants don't get paralyzed, Torinski. You stupid son of a gun. Oh, we have fun here. Okay, but let's just blitz through the remainder of our new buddy old pals here. I was about to say it should be fine, and then all of a sudden every snake and cane toad on this side of Timbuktu came out to play. Let's at the very least tuck myself into a nice little corridor here. Then our option is to potentially lignify, I think is maybe the safest bet if necessary. If not necessary, more power to you. More power to me? Doesn't sound quite right. Regardless, we're doing it. Doing it. Ooh. I actually have something to do against you now, my friend. Perfect. Ring of protection. Definitely doing a great deal, but it's nice to have that swap out when we need it. Our pack is full. How do I know what magic mapping is? I haven't used one. I always get confused about that. Very rarely, your character just knows something, and I don't know why. Maybe that's one of life's great mysteries. Maybe we're not meant to know, is the thing. Regardless, let's finish off. Oh, this is layer 5. What the heck am I doing in layer 5? No wonder things got slightly harder. that the last scroll I've not seen? I don't believe so. No, because we haven't seen Torment. Yeah, definitely haven't seen Torment, but what else have we not seen? There's got to be more, right? Or I'm wrong? I'm wrong. No, I think you had a great point there. Oh, because I have a Torment scroll right here. Perfect. I know, like, potions do see that behavior though, right? Because if an enemy has drank a potion in front of you, then you know what it is. I feel like that's true. Maybe I'm conflating things or just completely and totally wrong. Either way. Regardless, we're in a decent spot now. Could actually swap over to those, that troll armor. But instead, we're actually going to leave Orc alone for now, and we're going to continue going through regular dungeon. Ooh, Wave of Frost. I don't think I have any protection from cold, besides changing out my weapon, which is not super viable. So don't know how I feel about that. The flip side is that it's usually a fairly good place to gain cold resistance. You just have to survive long enough to see it happen. Well. I guess we can see if we end up close to it. I won't waste a magic mapping on the stuff. Instead, we'll just see how it goes. Ooh, Potion of Experience. That's kind of fun. Carrying if we ever need it, I guess, could be nice. And does seem like a top left corner dealio here, so let's see how it goes. Holy moly. Oh, you are all loose. I thought this was going to be like an optional vault. Well, is even that is... Oh, geez. I guess it's not terrible. It's not great either, don't get me wrong. Have I really seen... Oh, very distant. There we go. Okay, so it's probably like far side of the map. I'm just going to ignore those friends for now. Ooh, faint crackling nearby. Again, much to my own detriment, it seems like we are getting close. I do have a flame weapon, actually, so maybe there is some hope in this cold, dark world. Let's drop this. Drop our old armor. Drop the rocks. I guess rocks we could have dropped in there, so that's fine. Screw it. No time like the present. Should one-shot everything. That's my contingency here. Oh gosh. So scary. I don't like... Oh, no. Not like this. Not like this. Never mind. You all suck. Get absolutely dumpstered. Okay. Can I keep my damage output high enough for this to have not been an exceptionally stupid plan? This is the question we must ask ourselves. Even just seeing how damaged my friendly ghost here is getting, that definitely is a good indication as to why we maybe don't want to do this. Ah, never mind. I'm a genius. Scarf of Resistance, thank you. And now watch me die now that I have false sense of security. Okay, I should actually let my ancestor guide me into a nice little cubbyhole here. Okay, now we at least only have to worry about one enemy at a time. So that is always a wonderful thing for sure, and not too shabby. Okay, do not set off that alarm trap, please. Not something we are at all interested in. You're not cold themed. What the heck are you doing with your life, you son of a gun? Ouch. That takes super handy. I love it. Yeah, being able to self-create kill corridors is like one of the biggest advantages you can possibly have in the game, I feel. Especially there's certain areas where it goes far and above the Call of Duty. Specifically, I'm thinking of like I've used it quite often in, I mean, anywhere with smiters, so I guess Orc is usually fantastic, but I was originally thinking of TSO's Fortress. If you're in a pan, TSO's Fortress, you can dig yourself a nice little corridor and then just fight angels to your heart's content. It's pretty good stuff. And it's also very strong, not against just smiters, but also polearm users, of course, because you can tuck yourself away and make sure that they're not crowding around you and each getting a piece of the pie, which is always nice. Now we got that yellow-green theme going on. Right, and I think the green balances out the yellow a bit. I'm actually disliking it less and less as we go here. The yellow armor with the green scarf and boots, matching the eyes, like that's... well, that's downright stylish, if I could be so bold. I think we're getting there. All right, another Arbalist of Freezing. I'm good, thank you very much. And there we go. That should be the area done. Fantastic. We did lose out on 1 AC, but it puts us in a much better place with resistances here, so I think I'm actually pretty dang happy about that. Probably will keep the resistance scarf, and not just because it's beautiful. Not just because it gives us the balance that our fashion was much needing, but also because it was good, and is good even. I don't think we'll need a weapon anytime soon. Imagine that, playing a hunter and seeing an artifact short bow in the main floors of the dungeon and just ignoring it. Could have fooled me. Would never have thought I'd see the day, but here we are. And just blast our way through all these Sun's Guns without a care in the world. Does look like we're back to just training ranged, so maybe I should actually turn shields back on. If I can just see some relative safety here. We attack at 0.8, and if I swap to Tower Shield, we're at 1.0. But it matches our look and gives us 23 shielding. So when I put it like that, I think I have a new plan moving forward. Shields, if you could train up to 20 at least. Maybe just slow burn it as well. What else do I want? Invocations could be good if I want to try and use Idealize a little bit more. Actually make my ally a bit stronger. Fighting can always use more. Armor would let us trade up to a slightly better piece of kit here. Evocations, you know what? I could use some evocations. We're getting to the point here where we're gonna have a nice selection of resources to do with that. And let's do probably just one more floor for the evening here, shall we? Always the riskiest words ever uttered on a Torinski stream. Let's do one more floor before we end for the night. I'm sure that will go swimmingly. Do you know what? Idealize yourself. Go off, queen. Hell yeah, brother. Fantastic. So Idealize, definitely nice for keeping our ancestor in the fight there. We'll have to see if we can use it a bit more as the run continues and kind of get a feel for what it's all about. Because that's the interesting part about Hep in my mind, is that we don't have a lot of abilities. You know, you have your ancestor, you have transference, and you have Idealize. Transference gets new effects as you go. Your ancestor gets new effects as you go. But it doesn't quite change drastically. Also, do you know what, that floor went too fast? So I lied. We're not doing just one more. I think we're gonna finish off. Ah, okay, here we go. This could be worse. And so I dig. And so I dig. And so he dug. Fantastic. But yeah, having the limited pool of abilities that just change and adapt as you go definitely makes it a bit simpler. But I also feel like it makes me not realize some of the abilities I have at my disposal, because I don't know how much things change. If transference, if I hadn't happened to see that one message letting me know that, who's a better archer? You can haste, which kind of sucks for me. but I'm still the better archer. I mean, get a better bow of flaming. Am I right? Idiot. Look at this loser with a +1 longbow of flaming. Like a fool, I tell ya. Like a fool. Another protection from fire, we're good. Yes, if I hadn't seen the one message telling me that transference had the ability to drain enemies, I don't think I would have known. So what else am I missing? What else have I not realized? Maybe between this session and next, we'll have to do a bit of preliminary research. Nope. That's gonna be a no for me. I think we have one stairwell. Usually there's one safe stairwell when you get that like pseudo vaults entrance. So that's nice at least. Saves it from being a complete disaster, which is something. But I guess if there's any area that is gonna get me murdered in the final moments of the stream, that might be it. Maybe something to keep in mind. It does look like we've at least spread out all of our new friends ever so slightly, which is good. Especially you don't want to fight Uruk while also taking a bunch of lightning damage and archer damage or bow damage, arrow damage from the Centaur Warrior, of course. Oh, and the Tengu, that's where the lightning was coming from. Should have known. Well, Owl did great there. Holy moly. Definitely keeping on, keeping on. Oh, there's the human. There we go. Pack is full, so I can't afford the javelins. I don't really need them, but I'll take them. Maybe it'll be a stretch goal for the future, you know? Learn a bit of throwing. Start chucking things around, having some fun. Having a jolly old time, really. Perfect. So just a couple floors left to go, and then I think I can more assuredly say that once we finish off dungeon, we'll be done for the evening here. So let's hope we have a smooth little finale to the stream. I mean, it is nice just in general. Nope. No thank you. Sorry, Roxanne. I guess... Wait a second. Once again, I'm a fool. Roxanne can't hit at this distance. No, Ancestor, stop. Please. Oh, don't do it. It's not worth it. Well, that's sick. If I ever play a Formicid, like, transmutation-based wizard, at least I know I have guaranteed statue form available. That's pretty sweet stuff. And otherwise, the rest of this floor should be fairly straightforward. You can tell that sometimes my, like, lizard brain kicks in, and I go into panic mode for no reason whatsoever, as a la Roxanne. But regardless, good thing to keep in mind for the future. Okay, Wizard could have actually sent us to the Abyss. I'm curious how we do in the Abyss. It's definitely early days for needing to survive the Abyss. It's not ideal by any stretch. But I actually don't think we'd be completely screwed either. Okay. I don't really want to fight an Eden right now. So I won't. We'll just put you off for another time. Slimy Rune of Zot to function. Nice. Okay, treasure troves that require runes are far and above the best treasure troves in the game because you don't actually have to expend anything, you just have to show it. Just proof of purchase is all they require, so that is wonderful. I'll keep actually potions rather than ring. We explained this a wee bit a while back about just the simple fact that rings take a bit of time to kick in. So oftentimes it can be nice to have the potions as your backup option instead. Ooh, boy. Stop it. There we go. Just connects to them and that does the trick. Ah. A wizard? Not ideal, but we managed to take them out. Don't know where that Eden went, which is slightly terrifying. I also just continue to fight these encounters very tab heavy, for better or for worse. probably for worse if it keeps up. Especially when you don't have the ability to teleport, generally find yourself in a nasty situation is going to be well and truly permanent, oftentimes resulting in the worst case scenario, so probably something you should avoid a little more consistently than I do yet. Did I do Elven yet? I did not. In fact, I don't even think we did Orc yet. Nope, we just did that first little entrance area to Orc, and that's about it. So in fact, that's probably where we'll start off with next week, because we should be able to blitz through it with no problems whatsoever. Elf, I'm not quite ready yet. Need slightly better resistances across the board. Specifically, you want Arlek and probably better willpower. I'd hate to find the others. Got Vault on D4, Joseph and the other easy things to smack too, right? Exactly. And yeah, still have S branches to go. Like, we're still early days on this character. It just feels like a late game character because of how much it's absolutely slaying. Buy the XP potion too. Yeah, how much money do we have? 1,300? The world is our oyster after all. And Daddy wants a new pair of pearls. Well, okie dokie. It's very out of character. Okie dokie. Well, today was fantastic. Of course, we had some terrible experiences to start out. Some very unfortunate start to the run. All availability, y'all. We rich. Hell yeah. Goze ain't got nothing on me. But yes, some unfortunate deaths that we'll pretend never happened, is our usual fashion, of course. But all of it was just leading up to Anthony the Marksant. And of course, what better pursuit could we have possibly have found? Just a thing of beauty. Exceptionally lucky on this run here. Finding that quarterstaff to carry us on, and then eventually into the acquirement scroll. Longbow here, just absurd. Hopefully only goes up. We still have some equipment slots I'd like to trade out at some point in the future. Get a nice artifact tower shield. Maybe, just maybe, could be nice. Won't get too greedy though. And I'm excited to see more of what Hep has in store for us. The true firepower of a Lahutib Crystal Spear slinging ancestor. Actually learning how some of these abilities work should be a good time regardless. But yeah, thank you all, of course, so much for joining us. I hope you enjoy as much as I do, because I'm always having the time of my life here. So I just hope that you experience a fraction of that, and that you're having a swell time watching as well. Thank you, of course, for joining us, whether that be alongside in chat here, if you're lurking in the background, or hey, if you're watching this later down the road on YouTube or through the VODs, then thank you, each and every one of you, for joining us on this lovely journey. And yeah, hopefully Anthony continues to climb and we see some good movement next week. Of course, as per usual, we'll do a quick check to see who else is live at the moment, who we can send a raid off to. Maybe, just maybe, especially since I didn't get to last week, since I just suddenly had a shutdown issue and was not able to do any of the usual closing routine here. In fact, that's why it feels so weird to actually say goodbye. I didn't get to last week. My gosh darn it. I'll be darned. Hello, laptop? Are we good? Maybe? Hold. Perfect. It does look like, you know what, Brain is playing some Gloomhaven. It's been a hot minute since we went that way, so let's head on by, say hello to the riders and all the good fun there. I definitely recommend sticking around, saying hello. Always a very relaxing time and a wonderful group of folks, so yeah, stick around, say hello, and maybe find a new channel if you haven't already heard of them before. Regardless, we'll actually get this ready and rolling here as we do our final sign off, because yeah, that's the end of the evening. I am so bad at goodbyes, but of course, regardless of all my incessant rambling, I do of course hope you're having a great morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you out there, and I definitely hope to see you again soon. Just remember, folks, that we never, even through all the deaths, didn't have it. I'll see you next week.